Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And the date for the Rutherglen and Hamilton West by-election has been announced. It is the 5th of October. It was always highly expected to be either the 5th or the 12th. They've gone with the earlier date, which is the earliest possible date it can be. And so that's been announced. And so that is effectively D-Day for Humza Yousaf. In this case, D could stand for many, many things. Doomsday, Deselection Day, Despair Day. There are so many Ds that could apply in this case, because it is more or less certain that it should actually end up being an L Day for Labour. It will be a victory for Labour. They will, of course, or should, I would say, should oust any kind of hope from the SNP that they will win that. Labour should take the victory. It'll be the start of the whole campaign of victories, I think, building on the momentum and leading to an utter rout, I think, just over a year from now at the general election, where we should see, hopefully, a massive despoiling of the SNP seats in Parliament. But we'll take a look at this article, see what's going on, see why Humza Yousaf may well be ruining the day of the 5th of October, because this is just prior, of course, to the party conference where it will undoubtedly come up. Here goes. So there we go, Humza Yousaf facing October the 5th D-Day as Rutherglen and Hamilton West by-election date is confirmed. Now, of course, you've got Michael Shanks for Labour. He will be rubbing his little hands in glee. He'll be like that. He'll be going, bring it on, because he knows that he is well and truly the favourite, odds-on favourite, to take this seat. Obviously, there are other standing. There's a Tory standing. There's even a Green standing. Let's face it, they couldn't manage to win a single seat at the general election or the Holyrood elections, so there's no reason why they're going to win anything here. All it will do is help split the nationalist vote. Alba aren't standing. They're saying that they don't want to split the vote. I think it's more a fact that they basically haven't got the cash. They haven't got the money to spare to lose. I think it's £500 deposit, which they'd lose their deposit. And then there's also the printed matter and the doorstepping and that. They haven't got the cash to risk on a seat that they know they cannot win, which I think actually is the wrong approach. I think even knowing you're not going to win, it's very still important to get out there, get your face seen, get people knowing that you even exist, giving people an alternative. Even if you're not going to win, it puts them, puts you firmly in their mind. So I think it is a wasted opportunity on Alba at that point. Plus, also, if they did, it would also help split the nationalist vote. But it's funny how you've got the two parties in government facing off against each other. That does not make for happy bedfellows come the 6th of October. Especially, and can you imagine if the SNP lost by just a small amount, and that was basically what the Greens polled. And if the Greens hadn't stood and it would have gone to SNP, they would have won the seat. I think much acrimony from that one. But anyway, the First Minister is facing his first major challenge next month as the SNP attempt to retain the South Lanarkshire seat, vacated by COVID-shamed MP Margaret Ferrier, a woman of very little talent, a woman now who's desperately looking for a job or meaning to her life. She'll probably just take early retirement, I think. And I know I'm not doing ungallant. I don't want to be that. I think she's 62, something like that. Still probably has a fair life, life in front of her. But I don't see anyone really employing her, given her history. So I do hope she's got sufficient funds to last her until she's. I think she'll be 67, her retirement age. So so she could have about 4.5 years or so to retirement. But it's her own making, it's her own fault. I've got no sympathy. Anyway, Humza Yousaf is facing his first major challenge as First Minister, as the date for a crucial by-election has been confirmed. The vote to replace COVID-shamed MP Margaret Ferrier in Rutherglen and Hamilton West will take place, as we say, on October the 5th. Now, there was some rumour about whether they went for an early or a later election. The feeling was a later one would give them more time to get the message out. However, it would be very, very close to the party conference, and if they lost, it would be hot topic at the conference. With an early one, they could perhaps lose, which they're going to lose, but it gives more time for people to sort of forget and for other issues to come to the front before they go into the conference. But I suspect that it should still be a hot topic at the conference because people will see it, will know it, and will be looking at Humza Yousaf as the man who couldn't. And that, of course, is going to be a problem. The man who couldn't. Scottish Labour are heavy favourites to take the seat from the SNP, with the defeat only piling further pressure on their leader, who struggled to gain the foothold since replacing Nicola Sturgeon. He never replaced her, he simply followed her. There's a difference. The Nats are plummeting in the polls. Honestly, they are falling faster than a lead balloon. They are going to crash and burn on the way down. Mr. Yousaf is seen negatively by the majority of voters. In fact, even by his own party. He's negative in his own party, and that is pretty bad, isn't it? Westminster Chief Whip Brendan O'Hara, the brute in a suit, is due to lay a writ at the House of Commons on Monday to confirm that the by-election will be held on Thursday, October the 5th. He did that yesterday afternoon. That was done. That went through, and it has been confirmed. It could lead to a tough first summit for Mr. Yousaf, and I say first summit at the thing, but could be his last as well. He's going to go to the conference, the SNP conference. It'll be his first as leader, could be his last as leader, which would be unfortunate, wouldn't it? Anyway, he's facing unhappy murmurings within the party and growing dissent amid backbenchers at Holyrood. In fact, it's not even murmurings now, it's outright. They are starting to talk loudly about it. SNP sources have confirmed that the party will table a motion to the House of Commons on Monday, which they did, and this will be set by the South Lancashire's returning officer. It's understood the count will take place overnight, though this is not confirmed. It probably will. They'll want that count done, dusted and out the way and move on. They don't want this story in the news cycle for a long time. They want it in and out of the news cycle as quickly as possible. They'll count overnight. The fight to win the seat is expected to be a two-horse race between Scottish Labour and the Nats, with both parties announcing local candidates. Schoolteacher Michael Shanks is odds-on favourite to defeat local councillor Katie Loudon. Miss Ferrier was ousted as an MP, as we know, when almost 12,000 of her constituents signed a recall petition, which we've covered. I'm not going to go back into that. It's just covering ground that we've covered all before. So yes, it's definitely there. It's going to be the 5th of October, and that'll be the day that she is rather upset and he is humiliated. And just prior to going into the conference season. So it'll be a bit of a drubbing for him. Must be very sad to be Humza Yousaf. Serial loser about to lose again. Anyway, I shall round off. I shall come up and we shall finish this video. Here you go. And so there we are. It's all set. The 5th of October. And that's an ironic date now I think about it. And I only happen to know this because I happen to work for the company that owned Cardington Hangars in Cardington in Bedfordshire. And the hangars were where they built the British airship, the R101. One of the biggest airships in the world ever built, actually. Massive beast. And it was built and off it went. And on the 5th of October 1930... it crashed and burned and fell to earth, killing all, I think, 48 on board. And so the 5th of October seems to be a very apposite day, I think, for the SNP, because I think it'll be the day they also crash and burn and fall to earth. Seems to be a theme, doesn't it? Anyway, I shall stop there. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you're seeing here on the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It's very important. We're a political channel. We don't get the spread we should do because of the algorithm, because YouTube doesn't like political sites. It sort of buries them slightly. So do please hit the subscribe. It absolutely helps the channel grow. And hit a like, of course, for the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well. Don't go on airships unless you know exactly what you're doing. And avoid crashing and burning like the SNP are about to. Bye.